What do you mean there's no bathroom for you here?
There is no bathroom. There are no colored bathrooms in this building, or any building outside the West Campus, which is half a mile away. Did you know that?
Throughout the history of cinema, fiction has been king, but let's take a moment to appreciate reality. While many people may consider their reality to be routine or even boring, others have lived an extraordinary life that is translated into box office success. When watching a movie based on real life, many viewers watch with a sense of amazement that what they're watching actually happened in real life. Maybe it's the story of a prominent political figure, an ancient war in a distant land, or even a recent natural disaster. It's for that reason that we're counting down our top 10 best movies based on a true story. How much do you know about movies? Let's test your knowledge with a quick trivia question. Which famous film by Alfred Hitchcock is based on real events? Is it Rope, Psychosis, or Birds? If you want to know the answer, stay with us, subscribe to our channel, and ring that bell. Let's get started. Number 10, The Pianist. This film, set in World War II, tells the story of Władysław Szpilman, a Polish pianist who happened to be a Jew at a time when Jewish people were persecuted by the Nazis. The film is a dark, disturbing, and hopeful telling of a Holocaust survivor's story of survival. It picked up a slew of awards, including the Oscars for Best Actor and Best Director. It's a must-watch for anyone interested in the history of one of Europe's darkest eras. Number 9, Hotel Rwanda. In an Africa full of famines, wars, and conflicts between ethnic groups, Hotel Rwanda is set during the Rwandan genocide, where the civil war between the Hutus and Tutsis resulted in one of the largest massacres on the continent. The film features Don Cheadle as the hotel manager and his efforts to save the lives of more than 1,000 refugees. Number 8, The General. This silent comedy came out almost a century ago and tells a story from even earlier. A railroad engineer must use all of his skills and wit to stop Union soldiers from hijacking a train during the American Civil War. This classic still holds up just as well today as it did in 1926. Number 7, The King's Speech. While not 100% accurate, this gripping drama dominated both the Oscars and Golden Globes. Colin Firth stars as King George VI, who must rise to the occasion to lead his country during World War II. To do so, he must overcome his stutter and rally his people with a rousing speech. This gave Colin Firth new life as an actor, as well as an Oscar for Best Actor. Number 6, Schindler's List. This legendary Oscar-winning Spielberg masterpiece tells the story of Oskar Schindler, a German businessman who saved hundreds of Jews from certain death at the hands of the Nazis during World War II. Filmed in black and white, Schindler's List is another powerful Spielberg classic that reminds us of the horrors of wartime Europe. Number 5, 127 Hours. Imagine being out for a nice day of rock climbing, then getting literally stuck between a rock and a hard place. You're trapped for days and you have two options: succumb to dehydration or do the unthinkable to survive. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the story of Aaron Ralston, portrayed by James Franco in this nail-biter. We'll save you the gory details, but we recommend checking out 127 Hours, if you have the stomach for it. It's a real cut above the rest. Number 4, Men of Honor. Cuba Gooding Jr., Robert De Niro, and Charlize Theron star in Men of Honor, the tale of the first ever African-American to join the U.S. Navy as a diver. Carl Brashear must endure intense training, racism, and sabotage to not only prove himself, but open doors for more African Americans to join the Army. Number 3, Catch Me If You Can. The fact that this is a true story is only the icing on the cake. Truly, the pairing of Tom Hanks and Leonardo DiCaprio, under the direction of Steven Spielberg, is more than enough to sell just about anyone on this cat and mouse story. DiCaprio stars as Frank Abagnale Jr., one of the most clever and adaptable con artists in U.S. history. Hanks, on the other hand, plays FBI agent Carl Hanratty, who relentlessly pursues Abagnale all over the country. Number 2, Goodfellas. The Godfather and Scarface tend to get the most love among mobster dramas. However, this Martin Scorsese classic paints gangsters in a different light. Men who enjoy glamorous lifestyles with no regard for the carnage they cause. It also highlights the dangers that can come from mistakes in the criminal underworld. Want to know the answer to our trivia? Let's take a look before we get to number 1. Which famous movie by Alfred Hitchcock is based on real events? Is it Rope, Psychosis, or Birds? The answer is Rope. Inspired by the real-life murder of 14-year-old Bobby Franks in 1924 by students Nathan Leopold and Richard Loeb of the University of Chicago, Rope shows the two young men strangle their classmate before hiding the body in their apartment. Did you guess the answer? Let us know in the comments below. Now let's get back to our countdown. Our number 1 movie based on a true story is All the President's Men. Inspired by both real events and a novel, All the President's Men tells the story of a group of journalists who helped shed light on the Watergate scandal that sent shockwaves throughout the US government. It set the standard for future investigative films such as Zodiac and Spotlight. It also shows that no one is safe when the government feels threatened, especially journalists and whistleblowers. We're almost done, but before we go, here are some highlights from some more true story movies.
Seriously, you can't drink in this house.
They told us.
Go fight! Go kill! Sergeant man, rain car! Yes, car left! Car left! Car left!
Anything less than that is a waste of our time. By the way, we had that water brought in special for you folks. Came from Well and Hinkley.
You can't read these letters and think anything else. It's proof.
Yeah, it is. This is good work.
Should we take it up to Ben?
No.
That's all for our top 10 countdown. We hope you liked it. Don't forget to comment below, subscribe to our channel, and leave us a like. We publish videos several times a week, so ring that bell to be notified when we post new content.